Okay, I'm going to create an API from a DB2 data source. First thing I do is I want to have my database perspective open so that I can create a database connection. So I'm going to press new, and database connection that I'm interested in is the DB2 for I5, and I'm going to call it S2. And hit next. In here, I have to put the host name. So I'll get that. Host name. Then the ID that I'm signing on as. Password. Sure. And there's different ways of connecting with pool of IDs or LDAP lookup, but I'm just gonna be um, fixing the ID that I'm using, and I'm gonna test my connection, and it works. So I'm gonna hit finish, and now I have a connection that I can use. All right, and from here we can look at tables and schemas, and we can look at a lot of the schemas out there. And for example, this is the one that I want to go after. I want to be publishing something out of this view um, when I come to resource. So now I'm going to go into resource, and I'm going to right click and I hit new, and I want a database API project. So I give my project a name. I'm going to call it test2, and I hit next and next, and here I have the connection that I just used up, that I just set up, and next and finish. So I have this this project open. I hit right click, new, and I want to be creating a SQL API, but I could also create something from a procedure. But I'm going to go SQL API. I'm going to give this a name. Let's give it a name. Let's stay with just do microflow. So I'm creating a microflow, and I press finish. So in here, this is where I create my SQL. So I'm going to go into the SQL editor, and this I can do it directly. It can be very complex. I can pass parameters, but let's do something simple to start with. In this pane here, I'm going to right click and add a table. So in here, I will navigate to the table that I'm interested. Actually, in my case, I'm going to be using a view, but it could be a table. Hit all, OK. So now let's pick some fields that we want to show. Name, address, let's see, credit check, a well, that's license. So you pick the fields you want. You can also set up things like distinct. If you don't want repeated ones, I'm just going to go with everything. And also we can set conditions. So I go into conditions, and the conditions can be very complex, but in this case, I'm going to press name. The operator will be if it's equal to the value, which will be a parameter that I'm passing. So I'm going to build the expression, and that's going to be a question mark, and I hit enter. And at this point, I have the SQL built. I'm going to right click, and I want to hit run SQL with metadata. And in here, I'm going to say, let's say, for example, let's check, specify a value of, and I'm going to press OK, and I hit finish, and I see that I have data coming back. here I have my data. So I have 4 records out there. Oh, sorry, the data, the output is here. Um, so let's try it. Well, we'll try it again when we execute it. So I have this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all. And once I save all, now I want to create a deployment so I can test this. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to create a deployment into the engine, the Rocket API engine. So it has this, that's where the API gets built. I press enter. Let's see. Next, I want to expose RESTful APIs. We have a choice of different options that we can expose, and I press finish. So now I have my deployment. Now one thing we need to do is in the server configuration, we need to specify a library of where the driver is. I downloaded a driver for the AS400. So I double click in here. I go into publish. I open the server. I go to additional library, and in here I'm going to add, and it's in the external library, and I put it right here. So I'm going to open that and press OK. Now I have that library. I'm going to save everything, and let's see. I should have in the microflows, I have my microflow, and in my connector, I have the database connector. So let's give it a go. Oh, by the way, I can double click here, make sure I have my, I need to be able to have, let me set up my HTTP manager and hit add, and I don't need other guy here. So I'm ready to go. I'm gonna save everything, and I'm going to run as, so this is gonna allow me to unit test my API. Press yes. Now that I have my API gateway deployment, the one that I want to connect is the one that has 2. So there's 2. So let's open it up. See that we have this microflow. Double click on it so I can see here where I can enter some test values, for example, Claudio, and press execute so I get my data back. Let's try someone else. There wasn't in that data. We have 2 addresses, and let's find someone else. Okay, great. So we have this working. Now let's check it out from a browser. All right, so let's test this. I'm in the same server. My port is 180. The microflow API is called, and then I pass a parameter one Claudio. Get my output, my license. Let's try something else. Let's try Vue. So now I have an API that I can consume. Thanks for watching.